A martial arts historical drama series called Max's Warrior was created from an original idea and treatment by Bruce Lee. The plot centers on Ah Som, Andrew Koji, a talented martial artist who travels to San Francisco from China in quest of his sister and gets caught up in the Tong Wars of the late 1870s. Ah Som faces possibly the most important decision of his life in the Season 3 finale, a window of opportunity, when he must decide between his sister Mai Ling and his brothers Hop Wei. For Lai and the other girls, Nellie and Ah Toy, exact revenge on Strickland. It appears that Buckley does not fully understand the new woman in his life. Lee is the co-leader of a raid in Chinatown in the meantime. Here is everything you need to know about the ending of Warrior Season 3 Episode 10. Spoilers ahead. The Season 4 finale of Warrior has a strong emphasis on retaliation and justice. Madeline visits Eliza Pendleton, the wealthy socialite she made a friend with earlier in the season, to start the episode. After Eliza discovered her husband and Mai Ling in what she ostensibly believed to be a derogatory situation, their friendship worsened. Eliza, who is aware of Mai Ling's identity, is afraid to see the other woman at her house and genuinely believes that she will die this evening. Mai Ling doesn't kill her, much to Eliza's amazement and that of the audience, despite the fact that Eliza's actions put her in jail and made her subject to torture. The other lady is given a knife by Mai Ling in order to force her to accept the fact that her husband is a philanderer and to arm her against him in the future. Nellie and Ah Toy break into Strickland's home while he is home alone. Despite having defeated Lai, he cannot stand a chance against Ah Toy. Bill and Leary arrive just after Ah Toy kills him, with the Irish mobster turned mass leader wanting retribution. Leary and Bill are forced to dispose of Strickland's body, since Nellie and Ah Toy are on the run and they will eventually link Leary to the man's murder. They burn Strickland in the incinerator of the cement mill, but they are aware that the situation is still not done. People will have questions when someone goes missing unexpectedly, like Strickland did. Ah Toy gives herself permission to cry somewhere for the first time since Lai and the other girls' deaths. When Buckley and Catherine are out together on the street, the latter counsels the former to look past his term as mayor. Given what we know about the man, Buckley is innately pessimistic, and with good reason. He doesn't know that Catherine and his political aide, Stuart Gum, are having an affair, but he appears to be very optimistic about a future together. Given that Buckley keeps the police out of that area of Chinatown, Bill is hesitant to allow the Secret Service to raid the Long Zed territory, but Mosley and Lee persuade him. Bill explains to Buckley that his only real option is to assure Mai Ling's freedom. He corrects her for not including him in her plans, pointing out that Mai Ling can only concur that she can be quite short-sighted for such a brilliant woman. Ah Som earlier agreed to the Secret Service's requirements of Yan Mi's release in exchange for revealing the location of the plates. The drug trafficking organization operating out of Barbary Coast also comes up, alerted by Cheo, turning the struggle for the plates into a three-way conflict between them, Hop Wei, and the law enforcement. Ah Som kills the head of the Barbary Coast drug trafficking gang and gives the plates to Lee after a horrific struggle in which both sides lose several members. He gets punched out cold by a police officer waiting outside as he leaves. Hong steps in to save him and returns him to the Hop Wei headquarters. Mosley makes good on his promise to Lee have his record cleared, receives his plates back, and departs San Francisco with joy. Later, Lee and Abigail travel to see Bill's family, during which time Lee hesitantly declares his intention to eventually re-enlist in the police. Several hours had gone by the time Ah Som awakens, and he finds Hop Wei getting ready for something. Before learning that Young Jun suspects Mai Ling is behind the raid, he originally believes they want to find Yan Mi. The leader of Hop Wei is aware that Mai Ling is currently at her lowest moment, and that even Li Yong has left her side. He comes to the conclusion that now is the ideal time to attack their main rival Tong. The decision that Ah Som has been dreading since the beginning of the series is made, and he ultimately opts for blood over the bonds of brotherhood he has developed with the members of Hop Wei, defeating Hong and Young Jun as well as everyone else who wants to hurt his sister. Following that, Ah Som meets up with Mai Ling, who had survived the individuals Young Jun sent ahead of time. Mai Ling realizes what her brother has done as she envelops him. The siblings are left alone at the end of the season. Lee frees Yan Mi and returns the fake money she had set away. She returns home, but is unable to persuade her father to accompany her. Yan Mi arrives at the station with the intention of remaining there until Ah Som appears so that they can depart together. Nevertheless, Cheo shows up, gives her the cash that Ah Som has saved, and persuades her to go. Chow was repeatedly stabbed by Xing Dustin Nguyen before being left to die in a pool of his own blood as the train pulls away from the station. Chow doesn't precisely perish, but his odds of living are not great. In the middle of the credits, the surviving Long Z members approach Li Yong and throw away the coats that signify their membership, signaling that they are no longer a part of that specific Tong. However, the fact that they are imitating what Li Yong did previously suggests that they will start doing the same. Li Yong seemed to have realized that he is destined to lead his own Tong as a smile begins to flit over his lips.